we're going to look at the colour chart now, and just to recognise the different colours of copper. So this here is the copper area. The colours that I kind of like around the 743 and the 744. I think it's got red in it, this one. This has got 5 in it, which is a bit of red. I don't really want red. I want to kind of stick to the copper, and that's got a bit of gold in it. So that's got a 3, which is gold, and the 4 is copper. So yeah, so I need something around here. So I've got the colours here. I've got 7.44 and also 7.43. Now, prior to applying these colours, I've also got here the /43, which is basically, it's like diluted orange juice. So we're going to mix that with some water, and we're going to pre-pig the hair, because at the moment the blonde hair is too blonde to put the copper on. It needs to be it needs to have some pigment in it in order for these colours to work at the correct level. So we'll go through that as well. Hello. Okay, what we're going to be doing today is I'm a little bit bored of this blonde. I've had it for ages now, so I want to go a little bit more copper. So I'm gonna have to pre-pig all this blonde in order to make it have a little bit of colour in there, because at the moment there's no colour, it's just bleach. So we need to pre-pig this before putting on the chosen colour that we want. Now, underneath my hair, you'll notice I've got like, it's kind of washed out now. It was originally a level 5, but it's faded quite a bit. So I'm not too fussed about this colour, because I'm going to put the colour all over this regardless and just see what it comes out. It doesn't matter if it's two-tone or not. But up the top, you can see I've got some roots going on. So my root level is at a level 6. So I'm going to have to put permanent tint on this area here, and then the colour from the blonde down would have to also be a watered down kind of solution with, I can use permanent tint as well, or I can use like a glossing colour over this blonde area. You don't want to apply the same colour on the root to the mid-lengths and ends, because this is damaged hair basically, and if you damage it even more, the colour's just going to come out. I know the colour's going to fade after a few washes anyway, because it's so porous, my hair, but I want something different, just want to change, and I think copper is the way to go. Right, so this is the Perfecton. It's /43, so it's actually got no depth in it whatsoever. It's just tone. So when you squeeze a bottle, you can see that the liquid comes in at the top. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour probably just under 15, or maybe just squeeze it up to 15. I'm going to pour it into this container, and then I can fill this container probably up to about 100. So it's a bit like mixing orange with water for your cordial drinks. So I'm going to pour this into here, fill it up with warm water, and then I'm going to apply the solution all over my blonde hair until it saturates it. So you don't want to leave any patches which are blonde, you need to reapply. So it needs to be fully covered. And then you need to dry your hair, because we're putting permanent tint on the hair, which are these. This needs to be applied to dry hair. So we need to put the solution on, pre-pig the hair, and then dry it. Now, it doesn't matter if it goes over my red. The main concern is colouring the blonde areas. Okay, so very simply, we're going to just pour in this colour. And that is literally the pre-pigging. You're just going to pour this over your hair now. I've got it in a bottle because it's easier to apply. And then, like I say, after you've put it on, dry your hair, completely dry it afterwards. Right, so I've put the colour on now, so there's no going back. I didn't wash it out. I just put it on and dried my hair, so make sure that it's fully dry. You can see it's practically at the colour that you kind of want, the shade that you kind of want already. So it's kind of halfway there, and that's what we want. We want to be able to make the job easy for the next process. So the next thing we're going to do is mix up the permanent root colour with 6%. Because I'm a base 6, I'm just going to lighten it one shade, and also I've got some grey around there, so we're not going to use any higher than 6%, but I do need 6% to cover the grey and also just lighten it to a level 7. So I'll mix that up now for you. Okay, so I've got my colours here, 7.43, 7.44, and here is the 7.43, and we are just going to squeeze that in, and I'm going to do 10 of this product. It's going to be a bit awkward for me to squeeze it in and film at the same time, but I'll see if I can do it. But you can see these scales going up, so I'm going to get up to 10 on this, and then I'm going to do exactly the same with the other one. I'm going to have to put this down because it's a bit awkward for me to film and do at the same time. Right, so I ended up putting a little bit more in than 10 and 10, but only probably 12 of each. So I'm going to put in 6% now. Up to about there. And then also I've got Olaplex. Don't need a lot of this. It's a tiny a bit amount. If you put too much of this in, then unfortunately you're talking about diluting the product and maybe possibly not covering the grey as much as you want. One thing I would say is that when you're mixing two colours together, I would always mix the two colours in the bowl first before adding the peroxide in, because when you add the peroxide in, it makes it harder to mix the colour. So at least I know that they're thoroughly mixed now. So I'm going to mix this colour together and section my hair off ready to apply just to the roots. Right, okay, so I've sectioned my hair into 4 straight lines, and all I'm literally going to be doing is just touching up the roots. So with the product, you might need a hand with this, but it is just doing the dark bits. I don't need to go over the top of the blonde. So I'm going to do this all over my head. I have got a little assistant here with me who's going to help me, and also you need a mirror for the back part as well. So just do the roots all over the head, okay? So it's just painting either side of the hair. I'm just going to do the section at the moment, so I know that it's covered all the way round. Like so. And then I'm just going to start from the parting and take a thin section and paint top and bottom. And this is how you would do a regrowth tint. So literally all I am doing at the moment is the regrowth tint. Now the development time for the top will be 45 minutes. So as soon as I've finished the very last bit of the regrowth, I will time it for 45 minutes. So I know when that is ready to come off. The actual mid-lengths and ends will only take 20 minutes to develop because it's already pre-coloured. So it'll be coming off at the same time, really. You just got to be quick applying the mid-lengths and ends colour as well. And like I say, thin sections, make sure you don't miss anything. And you do it all the way down to the ear. You'll do the back sections as well. And then it'll be completed. Right, okay, so using the aid of mirrors, I've been able to colour the regrowth of all over. That's important that the hair has oxygen in order to develop at this stage. So the next bit that we need to do is mix up the colour and apply it to the mid-lengths and ends all over. It is quite messy actually when you do it yourself, but it will get done. So let's mix up the colour now. We use the same colours again, 7.43. Now this is literally all I have of this colour, so I'm going to see how much is left in order to make it up. Now when doing the mid-lengths and ends, you do need about 60 colour. So we're going to see how much we can get out. I've got a special tool here, which gets out a little bit more. See, this one's got the gold in, so this is the kind of tones it down and it doesn't make it as bright copper. So that's 25 in now. We're going to add some of the other colour in. Let's make sure it's pierced properly. Ugh, so hard to push. See, what you don't want to have is too little, because then you have to make the colour up again, and I literally can't make this colour up again because I haven't got any more of the 743. So I want to make sure that I've got enough product in here. There we go. Let's get that all out. 61, not bad, not bad. I'm going to add in a little bit of 8.3 just to, that's it, make it less coppery. I don't want to be too vibrant, especially with going over the blonde. So that there, I've got 70 of tint in total, and I'm going to mix the colours up. That's really important. Mix them up now before adding the next colour. Now my hair's quite thin. Obviously, if you've got long, thick hair, you might need 100 in the bowl. You might even need 2 bowls so it splits up, because you can't get it all in. But use a clean bowl, use a clean brush as well. And then I'm going to add, I'm not going to use 6%, I'm just going to use 3%. Let's clean that brush off a bit better actually. Still going to use this. Right, so I had 70 in there, didn't I? So using the 3%. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more in. I could double it to 140 really, but okay, let's see how that mixes up. What I don't want to have is too little, and I want it to kind of be a bit more watery so it's not as strong. And because we're using a lower peroxide, we can be a bit more generous. So I could put 140 in with that, even though it's a permanent colour. shampoo. I don't think I need any more on my hair. So literally all I'm going to do now is put this product onto the mid-lengths and ends. Okay, so this here, you can overlap it a little bit, but ideally we are just covering the mid-lengths and the ends. Now you don't want to put any of this on the roots because it will water down the solution underneath. And I've got a lot of product here to put on, and I've also got a special comb here. If you can see, it's kind of got a roller ball on it, and it will help massage the colour into the hair like so. And just keep reapplying. And don't leave any strand of hair untouched now. Once this is finished, we're going to time this for 20 minutes. But I think with the permanent colour, we'll just take it all off together at the same time. Okay? Okay, the hair is all saturated now with colour, and we are just developing it now for the remainder minutes for the permanent colour to be developed. Once it is developed, we are going to shampoo it twice and then apply a conditioner and then style it as usual. I did put Olaplex on the number 1 first of all, so I am going to put a little treatment on of number 2 before I do my 2 shampoos and conditioner, just to make sure that the hair is nice and strong still. And we'll see what it looks like at the end. Okay, thought I'd show you a quick sneak preview. This is the colour of it when it's wet. Okay, I've got an Olaplex treatment on it at the moment. It seems to have come out quite nice actually. I know it's going to dry up a little bit lighter in areas, but yeah, it looks quite nice, and the underneath seems to have toned quite well as also. So once I wash off this Olaplex, then I will dry and show you the full. Right, so here we go. This is the finished article. So if you were looking for copper hair, you would not be disappointed at all. I actually really like it, and the first thing that you notice when you go dark is that your eyes just go, you know, they just pop out. The blue from your eyes just really come out. So I'm quite pleased with this, and I just hope it doesn't fade that much every time I wash it, but at least I know I can actually put on some of that the pre-pigment stuff that I put on. Rather than keep colouring it all the time, I can keep putting that pre-pig on with water, and it will refresh the colour in between actually going to get your roots done. But you know, I think overall it's even. Let's have a look at the underneath as well. It's still a little bit warmer underneath, but it blends. It's like a reddy copper underneath, so it's not too shabby. I'll see if I can spin completely round for you. And like so. And then obviously if I go out into different lights, it is really a lot brighter with more natural daylight hitting it. But I'm happy, and it's a new change rather than having the blonde all the time, and it does look kind of natural as well. So yeah, give it a go.